students, let's continue with the explanation. So now we come to the next topic, that is fuel efficiency, which is very important. Okay. So the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of a fuel is called its calorific value. So what is calorific value? Calorific value is the amount of heat produced. How much heat will be produced when you burn 1 kg of a fuel. Complete combustion means when you completely burn 1 kg of fuel, the amount of heat that is produced, that is called its calorific value. Now calorific value of a fuel is expressed in a unit called kilojoule per kg. It is called kilojoule per kg. Okay. So remember, the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion, when you completely burn 1 kg of a fuel, that is called its calorific value, and calorific value of a fuel is expressed in a unit called kilojoule per kg. So like, what is the unit of time? Seconds, right? What is the unit of speed? Meter per second. Similarly, what is the unit of calorific value? It is kilojoule per kg. Just remember this, okay? Now, burning of fuel leads to harmful products. So when you burn fuels, most of the fuels, they give harmful products or they produce harmful products. So the increasing fuel consumption has harmful effects on the environment. Okay, so the increasing fuel consumption or the burning of fuels, it has harmful effects on the environment. Number one, carbon fuels like wood, coal, petrol release unburnt carbon particles, as I already told you. Isn't it? So any fuel that contains carbon, like wood contains carbon, coal contains carbon, charcoal or petroleum contains carbon. So whenever they burn, they will release unburnt carbon particles. So those carbon particles, they don't burn completely, and these particles, they are very dangerous. Okay, so these fine particles are dangerous pollutants. As I already told you, it causes respiratory diseases such as asthma. Okay, so wood, although it is very good, you easily can burn it, it is very cheap, it is readily available, still if you burn that, it produces harmful particles. Those are unburnt carbon particles. So that is why, can you consider wood as an ideal fuel? No. Okay, so there is nothing called ideal fuel, right? So these are very dangerous pollutants and they cause respiratory diseases such as asthma or bronchitis. Okay, so very dangerous. So now these are the calorific values of different fuels. This table you have in your textbook. Please go through that table. So now as you can see, cow dung cake, how much heat is produced? 6,000 to 8,000 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so the calorific value is 6,000 to 8,000 kilojoule per kg. So very less compared to hydrogen. You see what is the calorific value? 15,000. Okay, not 15,000, it is 150,000. That means 1,50,000. Okay, so hydrogen produces 1,50,000 kilojoule per kg calorific value. So hydrogen, 1 kg of hydrogen produces much more heat compared to cow dung cake, isn't it? So what is calorific value? It is the amount of heat produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of fuel. Okay, so 1 kg of hydrogen, it produces much more heat compared to 1 kg of cow dung cake, which produces only 6,000 to 8,000 kilojoule per kg of heat, whereas hydrogen produces 1,50,000 kilojoule per kg of heat. Similarly, wood will produce 17 to 22,000, coal 25 to 33,000, petrol is 45,000, diesel, kerosene, these three are same, that is 45,000. Okay, kilojoule per kg. So looking at the calorific value, you can say which fuel produces heat, much more heat. Okay, so hydrogen is the one producing the highest heat and cow dung cake is the one producing the lowest amount of heat. Okay, I hope it is clear. So incomplete combustion of these fuels gives carbon monoxide gas, very dangerous gas, one of the most important greenhouse gas that is responsible for causing pollution is carbon monoxide. Okay, so it is a very poisonous gas. It is dangerous to burn coal in a closed room. The carbon monoxide gas produced can kill persons sleeping in the room. Very important. So suppose you are burning coal, it's winters, isn't it? You want to burn coal. Make sure you never burn coal in a closed room. But if you burn coal in a closed room and someone is sleeping there, then that may even lead to the death of that person, because when you burn coal, it produces unburnt carbon particles. So So those particles will go into the respiratory tract of such people and they may even die. Okay. So combustion of most fuels releases carbon dioxide in the environment. So increased concentration of carbon dioxide is believed to cause global warming. Now most of the fuels, they also produce carbon dioxide gas. So when you burn some of the fuels, if they produce carbon dioxide, we know carbon dioxide gas is the most important cause of global warming in the environment, isn't it? So burning of coal and diesel releases sulfur dioxide gas. It is extremely suffocating and corrosive gas. Moreover, petrol engines gives off gaseous oxides of nitrogen. Now coal and diesel, it gives off sulfur dioxide, SO2. And SO2 is very suffocating. So if you are in a room and sulfur dioxide gas is released, you may suffocate and even die. Okay, it is so dangerous. And petrol also gives off gaseous oxides of nitrogen. So it releases nitrogen in the environment. Oxides of sulfur and nitrogen, you know this, dissolve in rainwater and form acids. It is called acid rain, isn't it? SO2 and NO2. Or SO3 and NO3. That means sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen trioxide. Those are the culprits of acid rain. All of us know, isn't it? So these are very harmful for crops, buildings and soil. So you know about acid rain, you had studied in last year also in detail, isn't it? Yeah. So now note, for centuries wood was used as a domestic and industrial fuel, isn't it? Earlier, petrol, diesel were not available. Only wood was used as a domestic fuel and industrial fuel. But now it has been replaced by coal and other fuels like LPG, liquid petroleum gas, isn't it? In many rural parts of our country, people still use wood as a fuel because of its easy availability and low cost. As I already told you, wood is easily available and the cost is very low. So people that live in villages, inside the villages, okay, so they basically prefer wood to be used as a fuel. However, burning of wood gives a lot of smoke which is harmful for human beings. It causes respiratory problem, isn't it? So wood releases a lot of smoke. It releases unburned carbon particles. So if you keep on burning wood and you are nearby, that is very harmful for your respiratory system. Also, trees provide us with useful substances which are lost when wood is used as fuel, isn't it? Because where do you get wood from? You get from trees. So when you are using wood as a fuel, you are cutting the trees. So you are going to do what? Deforestation. Moreover, cutting of trees leads to deforestation, which is quite harmful to the environment. Isn't it? Very harmful. Now, global warming is the rise of temperature of the atmosphere of the earth. This results amongst other things in the melting of polar glaciers, which leads to rise in the sea level, causing floods in coastal areas. Now, global warming, all of us know, this is due to the release of excessive greenhouse gas in the environment. So, it is what? It is the rise in temperature of the atmosphere. Okay, it is rise in temperature of the surroundings, isn't it? So, when the temperature is rising, what is happening in the polar areas? The ice is melting. Okay, ice is melting. So, when ice is melting, what will happen? Ice will become water. Okay, water will run down the hills, it will run down the mountains and it will cause rise in sea level. So when there is rise in sea level, there will be floods in the coastal areas. Okay, so low-lying coastal areas may even be permanently submerged underwater. It is so dangerous. That's the coastal areas that are little deeper, that are little low-lying. Because of the floods, they may one day be completely submerged. They will be inside the water. Okay. So the use of diesel and petrol as fuels in automobiles is being replaced by CNG, compressed natural gas. Okay, why? Because CNG is an eco-friendly fuel. It is a clean fuel. Okay, it does not produce that many pollutants that is produced by petrol and diesel. So in Delhi, which was one of the most polluted cities in India, okay, so that city has now switched to CNG. So after it has switched to CNG, the pollution levels have decreased drastically. Okay, but we are not going for CNG now. Okay, we are still in petrol and diesel. So if we go for CNG, if we opt for CNG, then definitely in our city also pollution levels will decrease. Okay, so CNG produces harmful products in very small amounts. It is a cleaner fuel. I am not saying that CNG is not at all polluting. It is polluting, but very less. compared to petrol and diesel. So it is much cleaner fuel. Okay, so we should try and we should replace petrol and diesel with CNG for a better and a clean environment. So that's all for today. So we have completed the explanation of the chapter. I hope you have understood. Please go through the YouTube videos that I give you, okay, every day. You can clarify your doubts also. Thank you all of you and have a nice day.